Hello, everybody. Welcome along. My name is Benjamin Bloom. This is Benjamin Bloom Football Channel. Please leave your bias at the door and join us for the FA Cup fourth round draw, and then Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal in the watch along. We've had a brilliant weekend of FA Cup third round games. More results to bring you today than this last match. And then I think we've got one more tomorrow, Man United and Villa as well. But we're going to know the fourth round draw. Remember, no replays at the moment, so there's not going to be many and or type ties. It should be pretty conclusive. Let me know if you can see me, hear me loudly, clearly, etc. All of that good stuff. Do say hello. And in a minute, let me know who you would like to see your team drawn against. We've got all the numbers ticking along the bottom there. Quickly, the watch along portion is going to be sponsored by Betfair and Football 365. We'll get into that properly when we start the Forest Arsenal game. In the meantime, please hit the like button, bring as many people to the stream as possible. We're just figuring out where they are indeed going with the ITV coverage. They're still showing some more clips. We think in about 2 or 3 minutes we are going to get the draw, and into the hat today has gone Luton. They beat Harrogate 4-0. Cardiff won in extra time, so Cardiff 2, Preston 1. Cardiff are in the hat. A rare win for Norwich at the moment. They won at Charlton. So good news for Norwich there in the fourth round draw. Liverpool went behind against Shrewsbury, but thrashed them in the end 4-1. So Liverpool will be one of the favourites there in the hat. Stoke beat Leyton Orient. Tottenham were behind against Morecambe, but went on to get the win. They won 3-1. West Ham in the first ITV game today. Beat Leeds 2-0, all Premier League game. West Ham got through. Wolves beat Sheffield United 3-0. So all of the numbers ticking along. The only one, if I'm right in saying tomorrow, Manchester United and Villa tomorrow night, and some proper humdingers yesterday. Look at that. Borough beat Mansfield 3-2. We had Barnsley beating Barrow 5-4 after extra time. Absolute cup brilliance there. Huddersfield won at Burnley in a cup set. Boreham Wood got through. Kidderminster beat Reading in a big cup set. Newcastle lost at home to Cambridge in one of the biggest of the day there. Any other good ones from yesterday? Wigan beat Blackburn 3-2. That was a cup set. So was Birmingham 0, Plymouth 1. So plenty of good fun names in the hat, but Liverpool are in the hat, Manchester City are in the hat, and Chelsea are in the hat, and they will be the favourites. Let's say some hellos in the chat here. Hello to Millwall, hello to Eugene, WBK, NFC, Owen, Iain, how you doing? Trevor, Catherine, Tom, Mark, Lenny, Adrian, Connor, Tom, Reading fan buzzing for the next round. Right, you are. Welcome, Dave. Connor, Sam, Happy New Year to you, sir. Jimmy, JC, Colm, Simon. Don't know what that means, Simon. I've already said there are no replays. Borough versus Hartlepool. That sounds fun, Craig. We spoke about that yesterday when Hartlepool went through. Alistair, welcome. QPR Chelsea sounds fun to me. Claire, afternoon. Fulham being drawn away to Boreham Wood. Yeah, that won't be far, will it? Hoping for Chelsea or Man City. Yeah, do you want to make the money? Get yourself off to Spurs or Arsenal, Man United away. Those are the biggest attendances. Right. I think we are all good for the draw. Looks like we're heading over there now. So all the numbers are ticking along the bottom there. Look out for Boreham Wood, who are number 1. Any other big numbers we can pick out there? Kidderminster are number 11. Look out for them in terms of the lower ranked teams. In terms of the big teams, Man City 21 in there. Arsenal could be 32 if they can beat Forest later on. Cambridge are in there still, aren't they? Number 26. Plymouth, number 23. Did we find Liverpool? They're in there somewhere. Number 6, Liverpool. So let me know who you want your side to get if you're lucky enough to have your side still in the competition. I'm not. This is Leah Williamson. Looks like she's going to draw the home teams. And I think that, I think she's going to do the away teams. I think that's David James as well. He'll do the home team. So FA Cup 4th round draw coming up. Please hit like if you are in the stream, and hopefully we'll get some more football fans come and join us and give their views. We should be about to get going any second. We were told about 10 to 5, and then we've got the Forest and Arsenal game at, take a sip of my drink, at 10 past 5. Keep your comments coming. Let me know your wish list. Who do you want for your club in the FA Cup 4th round? Really good day of games yesterday and indeed today. Let's have a look at any comments here. Stephen, Wigan away. That sounds fun to me. Anybody else? Winnable game for Sam. Yeah, that sounds like a home game to me. Wales, Bluebird here. Send one of that. Well, I won't read that, but yeah. Anybody else? Who do you want? Who do you want? Did I see Wickham Sunderland? Out of the corner of my eye doing the stream. Oh, yes, AFCON has started. Thank you, Luke. 2-1 Cameroon. Oh, last time I saw Burkina Faso were winning. Right. The balls have been tipped into the, it's not really a bag anymore, into the nice glass sphere underneath. And we are drawing the FA Cup 4th round. Here we go. David James, first one out. Number 18, Palace at home. Palace beat Millwall yesterday in our watch-along. 14, Hartlepool. Hartlepool are going to Premier League Palace. That's our first draw out. Number 2 is Bournemouth, top of the Championship. We know them only too well. They're going to be playing. Number 1 is Boreham Wood. We've got Hartlepool and Boreham Wood are going to go away to Bournemouth. We've got 2 of the smaller teams out of the way straight away. Huddersfield are going to be at home. They're in the top 6 in the Championship. Huddersfield are going to play 27 Barnsley in an all-Championship, all-Yorkshire tie there. None of the big boys out yet. Number 28 is Peterborough of the Championship, struggling down there in the bottom 3. They'll be pleased they've got a home draw. Number 30 is QPR, all Championship tie. I think QPR and Peterborough have already played at London Road this season. I think Peterborough won, didn't they? As well. Who's next, David James? Number 26, Cambridge. Can Cambridge get a big Premier League team down to the Abbey? They will hope they can. 22, they've got Luton Town. So Luton will fancy that one. And any idea of a payday for either of those two teams? Not going to be forthcoming in the next round. I wonder, this is heading towards 2 of the big boys getting drawn against each other, which the TV companies will hate. Southampton are out next. They're going to be playing at home. Southampton versus Coventry. Bit of a classic all top division tie that for many years. However, they've both had times down the divisions now. Number 5 is Chelsea. Right, will we get Chelsea versus Man City or Liverpool? I wonder. No, Plymouth. Woof. Chelsea get Plymouth at home. Well done, Plymouth. A bit of a payday for League One. Plymouth having a good season in the top 6, I think, still in League One. Everton are going to be at home. Liverpool is still in there, by the way. Number 19, they've got Brentford. Brentford, first season up in the Premier League, going off to Everton. Who's next? Number 11, Kidderminster. Right. Let's give them a real big team. Come on. Kidderminster are going to be at home. They beat Reading yesterday. Number 29, West Ham United. You love to see that. That's a great draw. Kidderminster, West Ham should be on the telly, shouldn't it? We look forward to that one in the 4th round. Number 24 is Man United or Villa. So this could be a big one. They play tomorrow night. Number 13, Borough. Chris Wilder and Middlesbrough are going to either be going to Old Trafford or to Villa Park. Number 17 is Spurs. Remember, we've still got Arsenal in there, still got Man City, still got Liverpool. Number 10, Brighton. Still a possibility of Manchester City versus Liverpool here. Neither of them are out yet. Number 6 is Liverpool. Here we go. Will we get Liverpool, Man City? And all the sponsors are going to be crying in about 10 seconds' time. No. Liverpool versus Cardiff. So Chelsea are at home to a League One team. Liverpool are at home to a Championship team. Number 3, Stoke. There's only, I think I could only see about 3 ties worth of balls left in there now. Stoke versus Wigan. I think someone said in the chat they wanted Stoke versus Wigan. They have got their wish. Maybe the other way around. Number 32 is Forest or Arsenal. That's the game we're about to do a watch along on. Number 12 has come out. Leicester, who are the cup holders, aren't they? Leicester are going to be away in the 4th round. Number 20, Man City is still in there. No, they're not anymore. Man City have been drawn. Who has got the lovely trip away to Pep and Man City? Number 16, Fulham. Ouch. That could be, well, if they can get above Bournemouth, that could be the leaders of the top 2 leagues. There's 2 more balls in there. Number 25 at home is Wolves. And that means, and I didn't quite see the number as it came out, number 31 is Norwich City. Norwich, the last one out. They're going to be away at Wolverhampton Wanderers. There you go. And a Ewan Roberts derby in the last game. Let me know what you think of the draw. Let me bash through it. Palace versus Hartlepool. Bournemouth versus Boreham Wood. Huddersfield versus Barnsley. Peterborough versus QPR. Get your TV games, what you'd like to see on TV as well. Let me know in the comments. Cambridge versus Luton. Southampton v Coventry. Chelsea versus Plymouth. Easy stuff for Chelsea so far. Chesterfield and now Plymouth. No disrespect to Plymouth, of course. They're 2 divisions down. Everton versus Brentford is all Premier League. Kidderminster, West Ham. That'll be on TV, won't it? Man United or Villa versus Borough. Spurs versus Brighton is all Premier League. Liverpool versus Cardiff. Stoke versus Wigan. Forest or Arsenal versus Leicester. We could get Arsenal versus Leicester, which could be quite a good one. Man City versus Fulham. Sounds quite fun, but a little bit chasing him for poor old Fulham potentially. Wolves versus Norwich. I like the sound of that one as well. That's another all Premier League tie. Let me know your thoughts on the FA Cup draw. Did your team get what you wanted? Which games would you like to see on TV? The 4th round draw is done, and we have got 2 games to play still. We've got our watch along tonight, Forest versus Arsenal, and we've got Manchester United and Aston Villa. Tomorrow night, Kidderminster and West Ham is jumping off the page, isn't it? Otherwise, your guess is as good as mine for what is going to go on the TV in the next round. Kidderminster, West Ham for TV, yeah. Come on, Fulham. You can do it. Good luck with that. Really wanted Cambridge. City versus Fulham must be on TV. Yeah, quite possible. Kidderminster versus West Ham. Everyone wants to see that one, don't they? I think that will certainly be on the telly as well. Sam, worst tie we could possibly ask for. There you go. Jake, I'm happy about that. Who did Borough get? Oh, they get Man United away. Potentially could be a nice payday for Middlesbrough. Nearly, Stephen. Yeah, you wanted it the other way around, didn't you? But it is it's not really a local derby. Stoke and Wigan. Could be further, though, couldn't it? Keep your comments coming in. If only Bristol City beat Fulham, well, you never know. It still would have been the same number, wouldn't they? I think that's how. I think the numbers get in, announced before the actual games take place. So yeah, ifs, buts, and maybes. Gunners 15th title loading. They've got to beat Forest first. Who did Arsenal get? Potentially Leicester at home. So not an easy one for Arsenal. Boreham Wood. Woo! My voice went high then. Yeah, Bournemouth versus Boreham Wood. That might be a decent one for TV. You just really wanted, no disrespect to Bournemouth, they're top of the Championship, but it's not the most money on the size of the stadium. So they could do with that one being on TV for good old Boreham Wood to get themselves a payday. Wigan's ground is the closest to where we live. Well, there you go. Result. Have a spot for Kiddie. Sadly, I can see the Hammers under Moyes beating them convincingly. Yeah, get it on TV. If Forest win, they'll have Leicester. Yes, indeed. That's the other way around. We've got Arsenal as the favourites. Very underwhelmed with our draw. Remind me who you got, guys, when you're talking about these. I can't remember hardly any of them. Who did QPR get then? I can't even see it on my list. Peterborough away, yeah. I know what you mean. Most people, they either want a game at home that looks very winnable, against someone below them in the pyramid, or you want Spurs away, Man United away, Arsenal away, don't you? You want the big, huge attendance payday TV game, etc., etc. There we go. That is the draw done. Let me know your best giant killing from yesterday, or your best upset, or your best result, whichever way around. We are going to dive in to Nottingham Forest versus Arsenal right now, because we are into that as a watch along. So let me just remove that off the banner, and we're going to be into Forest versus Arsenal in the third round for the next hour or two. I say hour or two. For the next 2 hours, we will be here a good old while. Here are the teams. Obviously, the Forest formation we know is complete nonsense. They will play a 3 at the back, looking at those players. So there is your Forest team for our watch along. Let's make that one size bigger. Right, let me try and reorganise this mess on SofaScore. Samba in goal. You would expect it to be a back 3 with Steve Cook in the middle of Scott McKenna and Joe Worrell, would be my guess. Steve Cook has never played for Forest before. Jed Spence will play right wing back. Jack Colback has been playing left wing back, so we suspect he'll be over there. Garner and Yates will then play in central midfield in a 3-5-2, 3-4-3, whatever you want to call it. And then it will be in some kind of configuration, Zinkernagel and Johnson off Davis, or 2 of them up top. We'll find out when the game starts how those 3 are configured. On the bench for Nottingham Forest, Horvath, Bong, Figueiredo, Cafu, Carvalho, Ojeda, Graben, Silva and Taylor. Only really, correct me if you think I'm wrong, only really Graben first team and missing out. And of course, Keenan Davies making his debut on loan from Aston Villa. There's your Arsenal team. Leno in goal. Suarez, White holding Tavares. Lokonga, Patino. He won't play in midfield, will he? Oh, yes, he will, actually, by the look of that. Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli, and Eddie Nketiah. Bit of a Leeds feel to that with Ben White and Eddie Nketiah. Leeds were knocked out earlier down at West Ham with a very dodgy-looking offside goal on the first goal there. But it was 2-0 in the end. On the bench for Arsenal, Ramsdale, Chambers, Kolasinac, Mari, Tierney, Gerard Hutchison, Mand, Bireth, and Lacazette. So a bit more of a 1B feel to Arsenal's team, whereas Forest's looks pretty strong, doesn't it? Let me know your thoughts on all of that. And we are about to get going at the City Ground under the lights in the FA Cup third round. Any comments? Ryan, brilliant to watch you as I'm on my Waitrose break. Not a Tory. Not everybody who shops in Waitrose is a Tory, Ryan, but thank you. Nice to see. Could that be a 3-5-2? Almost certainly. Adrian. Bailey Mumba's goal was fake. Yes, it was yesterday for the Posh. Wasn't it? Evening. Simon, great 4th round draw for Brentford away to Everton. Oh, and he was at Port Vale. I went to Port Vale many, many years ago. Big results yesterday. Cambridge beating Newcastle. Yeah, that is a classic. Isn't it? VAR, I thought everyone had to play under the same rules. Well, obviously not, because we have it in the Premier League and no other leagues, do we? So, no, I don't necessarily feel that is the case, although David says he doesn't understand why some and not others. Yeah, maybe if you're going to do it in one, in terms of a competition, do it in all, but there we go. most people are bemoaning VAR anyway. So, yeah, let's not turn around and say we want it everywhere. Not so much the big payday for a lower league team, but the chance to... I think most of the CEOs of the lower league team would happily take a guaranteed tie and a big payday rather than any chance of a win. But you never know. The glory of the cup could still be alive. And, well, James, will be a moment of a half if I can go to Manchester City to watch Borough. I remember Borough winning at Manchester United back in the day. And Brian Dean scoring, I think, many years ago. Very dead draw for us, Posh. Who did they go? It's QPR, wasn't it? Yeah, sometimes people don't want teams from their own division. Jay, pretty happy Luton got through. Hard-fought win. I thought they cruised in the end, didn't they, Jay? 4-0, 4-1? Was it? Woof. Best giant killing. West Brom 2. I remember that. West Brom 2, Woking 4. Tim Buzaglu got a hat-trick. Don't forget to support Benjamin Bloom on his socials. I should be plugging that. Shouldn't I? Woof. Did I watch Hull yesterday? I did not. The only game I watched in full yesterday was Millwall and Palace in the watch-along. And then we hung with the family after that. Right, we are sponsored by Betfair, of course, today. Let's just have a look and see what they think in this one. Where is the market going? Well, heavily towards Arsenal, as you would imagine. Big team, big favourite in this one. Arsenal 9-4 on to win this one in normal time and 5-1 on to qualify, as in 90 minutes, extra time or penalties. Forest, do you like that? 6-1. 6-1 for Forest to beat Arsenal in 90 minutes, which they did, didn't they, in round 3 in 2018, or was it 2019? It might have been January 2019. I don't quite remember. They definitely did. Plenty there over on Betfair. Any boosters for us? There we go. Cafu to be carded. Let's ignore that one. He's not starting. Where are those boosters gone? I literally thought... can you see them on the screen? I don't know why they're not showing on my main screen there. That's thoroughly confusing. I'm seeing one thing on one screen and one on the other. Anyway, we'll do some different ones then. Forest to win at 1-0, 16-1. Arsenal by 2-0, 6-1. Look, any win by Arsenal, those first three there's 1-0, 2-0, 2-1 are all 6-1. If you want your little Sunday night tipple to be over at betfair.com, do head over there. Please gamble responsibly. 18 plus only. BeGambleAware.org. We are about to kick off in this one. It's Forest versus Arsenal in the FA Cup. Let's have it. Before we start, predictions, go. Get your predictions in, please. What's the score going to be? I'm going to state the bleeding obvious. There we go. It's 0-0 at the moment before we kick off. What's the score going to be? Get your predictions in on this one. And we'll just have a look and see whether we're right about Forest being in a back three with Steve Cook in the middle of it. I suspect that's the case. And yeah, SofaScorer immediately changing their tune now to agree with what we are saying, us and the rest of the world. We have the ball all ready to go. Quickly get your predictions in. Get your predictions in now before we kick off, and then they're properly valid. We have pretty much all the players taking the knee in protest to all forms of discrimination. And we don't like discrimination, and we respect any player's decision or anybody's in the world to either do that or not to do that. We're more worried about the discrimination, aren't we? But yes, let's get that out of football and out of society, indeed. That would be a fine thing. We are off. I'm watching on a ITV TV feed. So if you're watching on Smart TV, if you're watching on ITV Hub, or by whatever means you're watching, particularly if it's through the internet, you may well be a little bit behind me. God, those Arsenal numbers are going to be absolutely horrific to read. You literally can't see them on the back of the shirts. This is going to be a fun one for me, isn't it? We'll do a timestamp in a minute. Let's just quickly whack through some scores. 2-1 Forest, 5-0 Arsenal, 4-2 Forest, 3-0 Arsenal, 0-0, 2-1 Forest, 0-0 Pens. You mean I've got to sit here for 2.5 hours for 0-0 and Pens? I think I'll tap out before that. 2-1 Arsenal, 2-2 or 3-3. That'll be fun. 1-0 Forest, 2-0 Arsenal, 1-0 Forest. Worth. Right, we will get you a timestamp probably 2 minutes in, and then I need to make a very strong note of these are you. Can we put a complaint in, please? They must be the worst numbers on the back of a shirt I have ever seen in my life. On the back of the Arsenal shirts, you literally, they may as well not be on there. Absolutely shocking design on the back of the Arsenal away shirts. So yes, we will have to assume I can identify the players without the numbers. And I think the floodlights are kind of shining off the shirts as well. But maybe I'm labouring that point. Right, let's get your timestamp. We're going to be at 2 minutes on my ITV feed in 3, 2, 1, sync. There we go. Brees Sanders clearance. He got a bit of a heavy touch there. I think there was a sharp intake of breath from most people on the Trent end there. But they have won the throw-in, Forest. And Jack Colback, who's playing at left wing-back. So if you're Arsenal, you're probably looking at that if you've got Bukayo Saka down the right-hand side as a potential outlet there, a central midfielder playing at left wing-back. Forest attacking down the left and getting a bit of ground. Garner, the Man United loanee, forces the throw in which Colback takes. Keep your comments coming in throughout the game, guys. Please hit the thumbs up button. Do that right now. It'll only take you 1 second and it just helps us draw as big an audience as we can. As just Spence gets his feet all in a muddle down that right-hand side. They're only wearing this kit once, if you didn't know. That's once too many, I think. The Ivans commentators' numbers. Yeah, I'm gonna be all right in with players like Bukayo Saka and Ben White, who I'm very, very familiar with. But yes, this could be fun otherwise. So we'll make some comprehensive notes. Let's just say I recognise Eddie Nketiah as well. Good thing for me so far. Forest have had the ball for most of the game, haven't they? Davis comes short and holds up into the channel for Zinkernagel. Zinkernagel inside to Keenan Davis. Johnson, Zinkernagel making the run into the box. Very good goalkeeping by Bernd Leno. He's wearing number 1, but he's not the first choice keeper at Arsenal anymore. But he was out there really nice and quickly to get there ahead of Zinkernagel. Forest have been very, very much the better side so far in the first 4 minutes of this. Arsenal haven't really put anything together. But they will. Don't you worry about that. Odegaard trying to win it there in central midfield. I thought the referee pointed for a foul there, but he's allowed play to go on. Ben White just popping that round the corner. Good football by Arsenal. Lokonga has it. Lokonga is fouled, I think, by Philip Zinkernagel. And it's going to be an Arsenal restart. Odegaard's come short. Knocks that one outside him to Suarez. Back inside. Ben White has got it. Nketiah came short. Lokonga. Nice football by Arsenal. Odegaard. And White's got it at the back again. Arsenal just starting to put together a bit of possession. Tavares clips that one down the line. Spence is going to hold it up. Plays it off Martinelli. And it's a Forest throw in. Let me know your thoughts as I struggle desperately to write down every Arsenal player and attempt to read these ridiculously pointless bad numbers on the back of the Arsenal shirts. Jed Spence is going to throw in the Forest right back position. In it goes. Tavares has gone down holding his face. I think he's got the decision there. Ryan Yates left one on him. He jumps straight back up, Tavares. Your referee today, it's a Premier League one because I recognise him. Who's the ref, guys? Doesn't tell me on SofaScore. Who is that? Is that referee Pawson? I don't know. Someone tell me in the chat. Free kick, Arsenal, which Martin Odegaard is going to take. In it comes a little flick on the near post. Tavares recycles, slid inside. So I think Ben White's still up in the box. Tries to drill the shot with the left foot, just sticks it wide of the post. Please hit the thumbs up button wherever you are watching. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Twitter, if you're on Facebook, we are streaming to all of those platforms. Tavares, Johnson takes it off him, actually. Zinkernagel into Johnson. Arsenal losing out there. Garner just has to step back. And any sense of an overload is gone. From Forest, fairly even stuff in this one. Forest had the first 3-4 minutes. Arsenal had the second 3-4 minutes. Two debutants for Forest. Steve Cook, massively experienced. Keenan Davis, less so. Cook in on a permanent from Bournemouth. Davis is on loan, I think I'm right in saying, from Villa. Breeze Samber's got it. 8 minutes in. Thank you. I thought that was referee Pawson. Thank you, Iain. And we will get you a timestamp ASAP if you want to get yourself lined up with the rest of the stream. The shirts are being given away to members of the community. It's all for charity. Can someone get me one then? Oh, here comes Martinelli. Yates is back, gets a foot in. Nketiah comes short. Odegaard, Saka, Odegaard clips that in. Worrell heads it away. Could have left that, frankly. I think Samba could have given him a shout. But anyway, Forest come away with it. Keenan Davis to Brennan Johnson. That's good defending by Holding. That's very good, actually. Stepped out past Keenan Davis. And a bit of pushy-shovey. And a bit more pushy-shovey. Holding and Davis are getting spoken to by referee Pawson. Arsenal being sponsored by Daz, most definitely so. Especially the back of those shirts, which absolutely nobody can read. Spence throws it down the line. Davis, Jason with Holding. Keep your eye on that one. One of those two is going to get a yellow card for fouling the other. I'll give you that one. We'll see if there's anything on that when we check in over on Betfair. Saka now in the right channel, the England star. Saka drifts inside, tries to knock it off to Martinelli. Spence on the cover. Spence done really well there. Middlesbrough fans very confused by this loan of Jed Spence. He tried to go inside Suarez then, who brought him down and wins a free kick. Very good play by Jed Spence. Let's have a look at the cards. See if we can find Holding or Davis on there. That might be quite fun. The ball is back with Breeze Samba. Don't worry. You're not missing anything as I scroll down this endless page. There you go. Right, let's get that one. Oh, for God's sake. What is going on? I think I might need to disconnect that. It's not showing me anything that I'm doing. There we go. Anyway, we'll move on. Oh, goodness me. Tavares with one of the most overhit back passes you'll ever see. And Leno has to just chest that one out for a corner. Let's see if we can get the other screen working, which it's very much not at the moment. Corner to Forest in the meantime, which James Garner is going to take with the right foot. Garner, outswinger, headed away by Holding. Sorry, a bit of a technical problem on the other screen. I'm working on it as we speak. And given my IT skills, probably not going to end well. Keep comments coming in on this one. Forest 0, Arsenal 0. Last FA Cup game of the official weekend, as in the weekend ending on a Sunday. But one more game of the round for all you pedants out there who'll say, oh, the weekend ends on Monday, Ben. Well, one more game tomorrow. Martinelli in off the left. Martinelli looking outside him for Patino. Spence slides in. I think Arsenal have got the corner there, haven't they? I think I'm right in saying. Oh, no. Spence seems to be running away up to halfway. Here is Worrell for Forest to Spence. Spence slides out of the line to Johnson. Johnson tries to run Holding. All fun and games there. What I was going to tell you, even though I'm getting some issues putting it up on the other screen, is to be shown a card. Rob Holding 9-2. Keenan Davis 17-2. Either of those, I would show some interest over at betfair.com. Please gamble responsibly. Worth. Throw in. Forest. Spence. Davis turns. Davis, poor ball. He's trying to get Coyle back in. Cleared away by Arsenal. Looking for Nketiah. Cook wins that one fairly easily. And McKenna knocks it back home. Keep your comments coming in. Forest versus Arsenal 0-0. Please hit like if you are watching. Alex, how's Steve Cook doing? Well, in 14 minutes, he's done absolutely nothing wrong. And he looks very comfortable. But we expected nothing less. I'm sure it will get harder for him. TD5 was at the London Stadium. Very nice too. You got home quickly. Good start by Forest, says Mark. Yeah, fairly even so far. No real chances for either side. Arsenal 51 on the possession, 49 to Forest. Not a lot in it yet. All will be revealed. It always is. The ball is back with Leno. Holding to Lokonga. Patino to Lokonga. Zinkernagel. He's got to be a bit careful, actually, Zinkernagel. He's already had 2 fouls in that sort of... When he's covering back, covering the Arsenal deep midfielders, he'll probably get booked for his next one. Oh, you're in your car. There you go. There's me being a Luddite. Of course. On the phone. There you go. Hello to everyone in TD5's car. Throwing Arsenal down the right wing. Odegaard is going to take. It's knocked back to him. Here's Nketiah, Lokonga, Odegaard, Suarez, Odegaard. Arsenal pass it to death sometimes, don't they? Holding steps right forward to the edge of the box. Good play by Holding. Martinelli into the box. Martinelli, cross gets deflected. If that goes out, that's a corner. Good play by Arsenal, actually. I thought they were kind of overplaying it a little bit then, but quickly Holding stepped out. Forest were a bit too deep, weren't they? And the cross is deflected out for a corner. Ben White's going to go and stand on the goal line right behind Brice Samba. Joe Worrell's gone to mark him. Corner's gone short. And Nketiah knocks it off to Odegaard. Crosses in. Ooh. Samba gathers it. And it's a really good throw out by Samba. And that's a good tackle by Odegaard. I think I agree with referee Pawson on that one. Samba threw it right down the middle of the pitch. And Davis nearly got away. Here's Holding. Holding tries to slide it all the way through to Nketiah. Really tricky pass. Speaking of tricky passes, there's one for Brennan Johnson. That's a brilliant ball. Who was that? I think it was Garner in central midfield. Johnson now. Johnson comes inside Patino. Johnson crosses. It's a decent crossing position now. It's a hell of a ball in the first instance. I'm pretty sure it was Garner who kind of half volleyed it, floated it in for Johnson. Beautiful pass. Yates has got it. Yates to Spence, to Johnson, back to Yates. Good from Forest. Yates again. Johnson, Yates. Where's he going, though? Switches it out to Garner. Colback. Cook, Worrell, Arsenal in decent shape, aren't they? Forest going again. Couldn't play through last time. Spence tries a little pirouette. And it's going to be a throw-in by Forest. Hopefully they'll show us a replay of that James Garner pass. Came to him on the half volley. He sliced across it with his right foot, bending out and into the channel for Brennan Johnson. Brilliant pass. Here comes Martinelli, who tries to run it down the line. Just has a big, heavy touch with his right foot and runs it straight out for a Forest throw-in. Do I think Bournemouth will beat Boreham Wood? In a word, yes. Yes, I do. Could be a nice little run that for Bournemouth. Could be in the 5th round, having only played Yeovil and Boreham Wood. See where it takes you, can't it? Spence held it down the line. Tavares wins it off Keenan Davies, and it's going to be another Forest throw. Not playing badly, Forest. Arsenal look decent on the ball when they get up ahead of steam, but in terms of total territory, Forest looking all right. Here comes Spence again down the right. Nice feet by Spence. And I don't know what happened there. Did he get a little nick? I think he's won a foul. Linesman flagged. Oh, his boot came off. And we got a wider shot from the camera here. What happened there? Yeah, just a little clip by Martinelli. Decent position. This for Forest. James Garner will take it. Please hit that like button if you are watching. Hit subscribe if you're new around here as well. 20,200 subscribers and something. And we would love to grow that. Dangerous looking free kick. Can Garner put a good one in? No. One-man wool. And he puts it straight into Martinelli, who was the one-man wool. Going to be a throw-in. Steve Cooper rolls his eyes that free kick didn't find its way into the box and onto a Forest head. Evening, Stephen. Cambridge away. Could have been worse. Could have been better. Could have been worse. Agreed. Spence throws it in. Davis. Garner. McKenna over on the left now. Colback. Good defending by Suarez. He's all over the back of Colback. Colback did well, actually. Garner. Yates. That's not a good ball by Yates, that. Put Worrell on the back foot, and he had to go back to Samba in goal. Steve Cook's got it now. Drills it right-footed. Easily cut out by Tavares, and Tavares beats Spence there. Good play by the Arsenal left-back. Surely a foul by Yates? No. He ran across the path, but didn't foul him, says referee Pawson. And Cook's got it again at the back for Forest, who I think Forest are edging this one so far. Here comes Colback down the left. Colback comes inside. Zinkernagel edge of the box. Zinkernagel onto the right foot, deflected and bounces through. Brennan Johnson gives it the, why didn't you clip that one to the back post? But Zinkernagel saw a sight of goal and took on the shot, didn't he? Sausage and mash, onion gravy. What is going on here in the chat? Yeah, I had pasta for lunch. Very nice too. I'm not sure we'll have anything else later though. Need to lose some timber off here. Hey? Toby, why would Bournemouth sell Cook? Great championship player. They don't feel they need him, do they? Got Gary Cahill and Lloyd Kelly in those positions. Just signed James Hill from Fleetwood. Out he goes. And maybe Scott Parker's trying to differentiate from the Eddie Howe era. And moving on, one of his trusted players from many, many years, McKenna chest down. It's a dreadfully overhit ball by McKenna. And easy for Ben White to knock it home. 23 gone. We are 1/4 of the way through this. And hopefully, if it doesn't all crash like it did earlier, I'll be able to tell you the latest from our partners, Betfair. I'm seeing one thing on one screen and then want to share it the other way round. That's as good as you're going to get. Arsenal 4-7, Forest still 6-1 to win it in the 90. Arsenal haven't moved from 5-1 on. They have come in from 9-4 to 7-4 on to win this one in 90 Arsenal. So it looks like the market is behind Arsenal, although Forest are doing their chances no harm in this first 24. I think they've been decent. Suarez comes forward for Arsenal. Here's Ben White. Holding. Tavares. Holding. Arsenal keeping hold of it. Patino. White. Forest all back behind the ball, keeping it nice and compressed. Out it goes to Nketiah. Sorry, Saka. Saka inside to Odegaard. Odegaard, we tried a little clever reverse ball there. It's just cut out at the last. Nice interchange between Saka and Odegaard. Here is Tavares. Holding. Good pressure, Arsenal, in terms of keeping that ball moving. And create a chance, though. Patino. Odegaard. who doesn't really get in very number 10-ish positions, does he, Overguard? Here's Martinelli. Tavares right forward, the left back. Crosses in right-footed, headed out by McKenna. And a dreadful volley, and it's hit the corner flag from Rob Holding. I'm sure that got a big cheer from the Forest fans. There they are. Yes, of course. David Johnson, father of Brennan. Type that into YouTube and you'll see a nice interview with me. I spoke to him for a good couple of hours, David Johnson, on the channel for Blue Monday, but it's down my channel nonetheless. Check that out. Great guy. Odegaard to Martinelli, Tavares. Worrell just nicks it off him. Johnson. A bit of space for Johnson to run into, and he's ploughing down the line, actually. Tavares running back with him. Great run by Johnson. Brilliant. Not great cross, though. Easily cut out by Lokonga. Yates. Down the line for Zinkernagel down the right now. 1v1 with Tavares. Double step over. Good play by Zinkernagel. Good cross as well. Nobody there. Nobody had gone to the far post. Zinkernagel stood that up really nicely. Just needed someone to pile in, preferably a left winger, but that's Zinkernagel's position, basically. So that's why no one arrived on it. Central midfielder sprinting in there, maybe. Who knows? Must say Premier League teams respect. Yes, I think that's been one of the good things about the third round this year. We've seen lots of 1B teams and not, second strings. In comes the corner from Forest, headed away. Zinkernagel, edge of the box. Zinkernagel steps inside. Too many touches by Zinkernagel. Here comes the counter for Arsenal. Martinelli on halfway. You just put his foot on it and slowed it down. Rob Holding's last goal was at the City Ground. He needs to get closer than the corner flag if he's going to do that one again, doesn't he? And here is Martinelli, Patino, Nketiah, Lokonga spreads it out wide. Saka, Odegaard. Suarez. At the moment, Forest are just sort of sitting in shape and Arsenal are moving the ball in front of them. Here goes Nketiah, though. He's just pulled out to the side of the box. Nketiah stands still, trying to lull Cookie, and he's having none of it. Nketiah moves and hits the shot left-footed, wide of the post. Nketiah seemed to think that's a corner. Yeah, it is. Comes off Steve Cook, doesn't it? Just clips the side netting. I think Samba's got it covered, but it is a deflected shot and a corner. Callum, good draw. You've got to remind me who your team's got. I've got them written down, but I can't remember all of them. Callum's Coventry, isn't he? Southampton away for Coventry. Sounds like good fun. Corner for Arsenal, and it comes good. Had to clear that by James Garner. Excellent. Zinkernagel holds up. Lovely ball by Zinkernagel as well. Feeds it up the line. Garner, it goes down. Referee Pawson gives nothing. Says Garner slipped over. Worth. 30 gone. Forest 0. Arsenal 0. Interestingly balanced game enough. Lacking in chances, I have to say. I suspect if I bring up the SofaSource score screen, there will be no shots on target. And there. Oh, for God's sake. I'm really struggling with this screen today. Let's see if we can move that across to there. We're going to get substitution for Arsenal. Looks like Tierney is coming on. There you go. Is that right? I think we got multiple screens confusing things over the other side. 60-40 to Arsenal in terms of the possession. 0 shots on target in 31 minutes in this game. Here's Odegaard, though. Saka. Lokonga drills in the shot and he puts it just wide with the right foot. Samba had a good look at that one. Let's see how much that missed by. It hit Scott McKenna on the way through. Side netting again. Arsenal are getting closer. Another corner. 2 deflected shots into the side netting now. Corner short to Odegaard. Look, reverse ball. They didn't pick up. Was it Saka who took the corner in the first place? Nearly got badly caught out there. Keenan Davis makes the block. Please hit the like button if you are watching the stream. And it's a corner to Arsenal, who are building up a little bit of pressure without really forcing any big chances yet. In comes the corner. Samba. Oh, has he got that? Yes, he has. He kind of brought it down in stages there, Brice Samba. Arsenal look like the old Leeds videos from the 70s. The all-white kits. Hope they play like the Leeds teams from the 70s. What an era that was for Leeds. Christ. Love the Arsenal shirts. Yes, I like the idea, but you've got to be able to read the numbers. I have to say, call me a curmudgeon. I'm trying to cover this game here, and you literally can't read the numbers. That's my only criticism, and it's quite a big one. But anything for charity and gun crime and knife crime or whatever it is, then great, all for it. But please just give us numbers that we can read. AJ, decent content so far. Spence and Davis have been good for Forest. Arsenal getting a bit more of a grip. Yes, they are. Roma 1, Juventus 0. Nuno Tavares is coming off. He is untying his hair. And Kieran Tierney's coming on. You can only think that Nuno Tavares is injured. Although he has thrown away something. He doesn't want to talk to anybody. So maybe he wasn't injured. Has Tavares just been mugged off on live TV? Zinkernagel tries to play it through. Oh, lovely feet by Saka. Did Saka get tripped there? He went to ground. In fact, the yellow cards come out. Is there a little clip of the heels on Bukayo Saka? Zinkernagel's apologising. Yeah, he does just seem to clip the back of his heel. That could be a real painful one. A yellow card for Philip Zinkernagel. That's first yellow of the game from referee Pawson. With 5 subs, perhaps it was tactical. Maybe. Maybe. Just looks like a like-for-like swap, doesn't it? One left back for another. Very embarrassing for Nuno Tavares. Hooked after about, what was it, 32, 33 minutes or something? Lokonga. Odegaard. So this is Tierney's first touch. The Scotland player. Martinelli. Tierney. Martinelli. Swung in, headed away by Cook. how it goes. Odegaard's got it again. Really pulls over to that right-hand side, Odegaard, doesn't he? He's played nowhere near number 10, or rather nowhere near central. Cleared away. Davis has got it. Davis to Yates. Poor touch by Yates. Given away. Arsenal building back up now. Odegaard. He's a good player, Odegaard. Switches it wide. Tierney wanted Martinelli to make the run. Crosses it in, looking for Saka. Saka got there first. Just hit his chest and bounced away, though. Worth. Tavares was a bit pants. Bad enough to get hooked after 33 minutes? Who knows? Maybe Jed Spence giving them the runaround was too much for Arteta. Am I doing Man United Villa tomorrow? Do you know, I think I might do, actually. It is up on the calendar. We will see how the day plays out tomorrow. Keenan Davis has fouled Ben White in the centre circle. Free kick to Arsenal. Davis looking sheepish, just trying to avoid getting booked. Keep your comments coming in, guys. Forest 0, Arsenal 0, 37 on the board. FA Cup 4th round draw has just happened as well prior to the game. Here's Ben White. Suarez wins it. Slides it down the line for Saka. Saka tries to play it. First time inside with the outside of his left foot. Can't find Odegaard. And White has got it for Arsenal again. Here is Holding. Holding sprays that out nicely to the left-hand side. Martinelli. Martinelli knocks it back to Tierney. Holding forward again. His shot's blocked, and Davis coming back out on the counter-attack. Arteta furiously organising his defenders and applauding them quickly. They did get back well, to be fair. Suarez. Saka against Colback. Colback's clearly fouling Saka, isn't he? Arm drag takedown, I think that's called in wrestling. 5-1 for 0-0. Looks like extra time and penalties. I hope not. I was hoping to watch some Netflix with Shaylee later on. Nakonga, Nketiah. Oh, good turn by Nketiah. Goes past Yates really too easily there. Nketiah dribbles all the way in to the box. Steve Cook, in the end, just sticks his foot through it. I get asked to play that keyboard behind me a lot. It's not plugged in at the moment. It did get used, actually. I took it to the studio on Friday, 2 days ago. And B, I don't know. Can you see the speaker behind it? We could hook it up to that speaker. But we're not going to. Not at half-time in this one. Is Colback playing left wing back? Yes, he is. He's been playing there for a good few weeks since Max Lowe got injured against Reading, I think. Probably about 6 weeks ago, actually. They tried a couple of ideas. Jordi Osai Tutu played there. I think he tried someone else as well, and Colback's been the guy. Gaetan Bong, maybe. But yeah, he's by no means a left wing back, but I think he's just their most sort of durable player there. I don't know if the Canadian fella they signed yesterday, Forest, plays left wing back. We'll feature him in a transfer update very, very soon. Holding has got it. Slid through to Martinelli. Transfer updates right through the month. We've done 2 episodes so far. And I can see asking about James Hill. That is discussed in said video. Along with Steve Cook, actually, in direct context there. Across to the back post. Nodded out, and Kieran Tierney's going to take the throw. Tierney to Holding. Really poor ball by Holding. Fizzes it back to him, but Tierney can't keep it in. Forest nil, Arsenal nil. 41-31 gone. And I believe it says Forest have had a shot on target. I don't remember it. 1 shot on target in the half so far. White, Holding boots that one forward. Yeah, we don't want this game to deteriorate now. Steve Cooper not happy with his team shape by the looks of it. Trying to get things less narrow by the look of it. Thought he quite liked that as a defensive position. Tavares threw his gloves down. He did look a bit grumpy, didn't he? Well, we think he might have been hooked for tactical reasons, so a bit embarrassing. Half an hour into a game. Luton should be making a move next week. NJ tries to do business early. I think he's missed the boat on trying to do business early. But we're going into week 2 of the transfer window. Ooh. Breeze Sambo just got caught there by Eddie Nketiah, sliding in, trying to charge down the goal kick. Samba touched with the left foot. He does just catch his standing foot, doesn't he? Nketiah. Seen them given as yellow cards. So free kick then, Forest. Samba's going to boot this down the ground. Found it weird. They took Tavares off. Biggest talking point in the first half. Has been a bit quiet, hasn't it? Tavares, the Arsenal left back, hooked after about 32, 33 minutes or something or other. Video on James Hill. Yeah, just click on the channel. It'll be about 3 or 4 videos back. It will say transfer update. It's the same video as the headline one as Philippe Coutinho on that one. Lots to say, as ever. Suarez, little clip down the line, looking for Saka. Colback was running with him. Forest have cleared it. Here's Davis. Davis drifting in off the left. Yates. It's a really poor ball by Yates there. He's not, well, I wouldn't say he's not played well. That's not fair. But a couple of times he's unforced errors when it's been what looks like a fairly straightforward pass. I doubt there's going to be much stoppage time. We're 10 seconds away from the end of the first half. Ghana in a good position there. They turn that over nice and high up the pitch, but he runs straight into Ben White. I need a 1 minute of stoppage time, and Arsenal are attacking with 5 seconds into stoppage time. Saka has got it. Cuts in, crosses left-footed. Martinelli brings it down. Tierney's coming on a big overlap. Decoy run. Martinelli cuts inside, shoots. Blocked. 30 seconds of minimum stoppage time remaining. Here's Odegaard. Saka. Saka slips it inside. Ooh, down goes Saka. He's offside, though. Just on the edge of the box. And I think that is going to do it for not the most eventful first half, I have to say. It says 1 shot on target to Forest. Yeah, linesman got that offside call right, didn't he? I can't remember that. Did Zinkernagel's one, blocked one, count as the shot on target? Who knows? A couple of deflected shots for Arsenal hitting the side netting. But I think Samba's going to kick this and the half-time whistle's going to go from referee Pawson. Yes, indeed it does. Half-time, Forest 0, Arsenal 0. A little bit dull, I have to say, when the most exciting part of the half was Arsenal's left back getting substituted after half an hour and getting a bit grumpy. Let's have a look at some numbers and then we'll just go straight to Q&A, I think. Because there's not a real hell of a lot to talk about there, is there? Let's bring them up. There we go. 66% Arsenal possession is high, but not unexpected with these two managers. 6 shots to 1. There you go. I thought there was no shots on target, and they've backpedaled on that. So, yeah, 0 shots on target in the first half. Pretty drab stuff, I have to say. Get your thoughts in on anything you want, and we'll just do some Q&A if you want. So get any questions in over half time. We'll give you some topics to talk about because we've had a really, really fun FA Cup weekend. Going all the way back to yesterday lunchtime, or even Friday night, in fact, when, if you look down at the bottom there, don't look at the result above it, that's a bit embarrassing, but Man City beat Swindon, Middlesbrough beat Mansfield, Hartlepool beat Blackpool in a bit of a cup set. Get any questions or comments in on any of these. Coventry beat Darby, Huddersfield won away at Burnley, Fulham beat Bristol City away, Palace beat Millwall in the watch-along, Boreham Wood got through against AFC Wimbledon, a cup set. Peterborough beat Bristol Rovers. Kidderminster, another upset there. They beat Reading 2-1. Barnsley 5, Barrow 4. Classic. Wigan 3, Blackburn 2 counts as an upset. Division down, even though Wigan are high up the league. QPR won on penalties, didn't they, against Rotherham. Brentford beat Port Vale. Big upset there. Newcastle losing at home to Cambridge. Brighton threw over West Brom. Leicester over Watford. Plymouth upset at Birmingham. Southampton beating Swansea, Everton beating Hull, Chelsea thrashed Chesterfield, Bournemouth beat Yeovil, and today Luton 4-0 winners over Harrogate. Cardiff beat Preston in extra time, Stoke beat Orient, Norwich won at Charlton, Wolves beat Sheffield United 3-0, West Ham beat Leeds, Spurs were behind against Morecambe and won, and Liverpool were behind against Shrewsbury and won. And in the last one of the day, and the weekend, as in weekends finish on a Sunday, it is Forest 0, Arsenal 0, Man United Villa tomorrow night. If you're really lucky, you can join us for that one. Hopefully, be a little bit more excited or exciting than this one. What's the XG? Low, I would expect on this one. Do we reckon it's a combined half a goal between both of the teams? I doubt it. Let me look it up. I don't think. Infogol, who I normally use, obviously don't have the data for the FA Cup. So there you go. If anyone could get an XG model on this game, I'll be interested. I think we all know it's going to be pretty low. Talking of halftime playing, I loved your Stranglers tribute. Absolutely. Yeah, that's got loads of views, hasn't it? One of my favourite musicians, Dave Greenfield, who left us, God, probably 18 months, 2 years ago. Was it? Time flies, doesn't it? I think on the whole, I prefer Yates at centre-back. Maybe. He's not going to be used there anymore, is he, Simon? Plenty of centre-back options now at Forest, so But that is a few managers now at Forest who've all played Yates, so obviously a good trainer, good pro, etc. Best shock of the round. I don't know. Kidminster, Reading's obviously close. Cambridge, Newcastle. One of those, maybe. Boreham Wood. I mean, Boreham Wood even being in the fourth round is a shock. That's great, but they play AFC Wimbledon, who are in League One anyway. What a game for Kiddie Harriers. Absolutely. Kidminster have got West Ham in the fourth round draw. You just quickly bang through the fourth round draw. Get any reactions, any comments, questions? Palace, Hartlepool, Bournemouth, Boreham Wood, Huddersfield, Barnsley, Peterborough, QPR, Cambridge, Luton, Southampton, Coventry, Chelsea, Plymouth, Everton, Brentford, Kidderminster, West Ham, Man United or Villa versus Borough, Spurs, Brighton, Liverpool, Cardiff, Stoke, Wigan, Forest or Arsenal versus Leicester, Man City, Fulham, and Wolves v Norwich. Poor match, says Chris. Forest need to be careful. They don't just continually lump it up to Davis. Not been great, has it? Not been great at all. Wenlock. Have you talked about Marcus Evans and his links to Huddersfield? No, I haven't. Do you think we should? Go on. I'll do it. Let's see if we can get a decent source on this one. Let's see if we can get a good report. What should we go with? Yorkshire Live or Yorkshire Post? Let's go with Yorkshire Post, shall we? By Leon. Are they going to let me have it? There we go. So, Marcus Evans, the former Ipswich owner, has been linked with a takeover of Huddersfield, which you might find surprising if you knew in any detail, the kind of mood around Marcus Evans and Ipswich in the latter days. Evans took over Ipswich at a time when a man of his considerable wealth could make a difference in the championships. This is before parachute payments were shrunk to 3 years and obviously got really, really high as the Premier League negotiated 2 new TV deals. And this was before FFP was a thing. And funnily enough, on my ITV screen right now, I'm looking at Roy Keane because that's the guy Marcus Evans gave a lot of the money to at Ipswich. A couple of failed managers for Evans at Ipswich, Keane and Paul Jewell. And again, in defence of Marcus Evans, the landscape did change. The parachute payments went up and up and the FFP kicked in. So it wasn't like, and we've said this a million times on the channel, it's almost a case of what would you rather have in the championship, a billionaire owner or 3 years of parachute payments? You'd almost rather have the 3 years of parachute payments than a billionaire owner. But look, that's for another day. And in the end, Marcus Evans stopped spending when the FFP stuff came in. Ipswich still made losses most years. I think the average was sort of 6 million a year they were losing, and he was writing the check. Obviously, you can lose 13 million and be inside FFP, but he hired Mick McCarthy, and Mick didn't spend anything, and Ipswich kind of went from 6th to 7th to like 16th or something, and then 12th, and then Mick left, and Ipswich were relegated, and the Marcus Evans kind of era there at Ipswich was just very, very grotty. But he is being linked with Huddersfield, although apparently I have to click loads of things here to read the Yorkshire Post. Former Ipswich Town owner Marcus Evans in advanced talks to take over at Huddersfield. Phil Hodgkinson, who holds 75%, has been absent after several of his businesses entered administration. Last month, former chairman Dean Hoyle took over as chief exec. Hoyle has been involved in the day-to-day running of the club. So that's about the size of the links at the moment. I don't want to be one of those guys. Believe me, because as a fan of Ipswich, I've had to listen to a lot of this from fans of other clubs talking about people who have come into my club. So I don't want to be one of those guys who, is just massively, massively negative about somebody and can't quite accept somebody going from one club to another club. But it wasn't good at the end under Evans. There was lots of accusations that he was, on the one hand, a bit of a control freak, and a bit of a micromanager. But on the other hand, he was a bit of an absentee owner at the same time, which is the worst combination. If you're going to be a control freak, then, be there every day and have your fingerprints on every decision, but, in a very, very sort of positive way. So, look, Marcus Evans is very, very wealthy. Sounds like Huddersfield's current chairman's got some issues with his 75% stake. Remember, Huddersfield were relegated from the Premier League, and we can't really judge them like a normal parachute team, because that parachute money was used like at Sunderland, where that was paid over, as an exit strategy for the current incumbent owner. So they never really got to spend that. And Carlos Corberan's doing a fine job. So the parallels are quite something, aren't they? In that Marcus Evans seems to want to buy a championship club, take it to the Premier League, flip it, so to speak, and probably sell it on. So look, if Huddersfield fans or football fans generally are interested, yes, you will hear a lot of Ipswich fans who will say, oh, God, no, terrible, terrible, terrible. But look, I'm not that guy. I'm not going to do that. I will say it wasn't great at Ipswich, and he tried to play within the rules, and in the end, it just slipped and slipped and slipped and slipped. And, perhaps he never quite hired the people underneath him to sort of run the club properly. But yes, very interested to see Marcus Evans linked with Huddersfield. And look, as a cynical old Ipswich fan, it would be the most Ipswich thing in the world for Marcus Evans to spend 10 years at Ipswich, gradually take them down into League One, and then spend 1 year at Huddersfield and get promoted to the Premier League. So, but yes, that would be my sort of précis on, the events there. I would just be surprised why a man who's not really had a good experience at Ipswich lost a ton of money. I think we don't know exactly how much debt he wrote off or how much he sold the club for to the new owners. But yeah, it seems odd that somebody would have that bad experience and lose that amount of money and then literally want to throw himself straight back in at the deep end with another championship team. And we all know the championship financial system is just completely broken and screwed. So there we go. That is my views on Marcus Evans and Huddersfield. And I will clip that out as a separate vid. And we'll stick that up on YouTube for any Huddersfield fans or any Ipswich fans who may or may not want to hear about this. Am I defending Evans? When did I defend Evans, Chris? Deary me. No. I've always been very honest about Marcus Evans, and I feel sorry for him. I've always been of the opinion, was Marcus Evans a bad owner or a hapless owner? He was very much a hapless owner. He just had the best intentions. He just didn't do a very, very good job. It wasn't great, but yeah, I'm not now all of a sudden defending him. Don't really get that. But I thought Evans was an Ipswich fan, so no, Evans is not an Ipswich fan. No, that's not the case at all. No, it was bought as an asset to make money, to get to the Premier League, to make money, wasn't it? So there we go. You sounded sympathetic. I am sympathetic, Chris. Of course I'm sympathetic of someone who's lost £90 million on a business, and seemingly every big decision he made failed and went wrong. And left it in a worse state. Of course, I have sympathy for that. I'm not suggesting none of that was his fault, but no, I've been very consistent with Evans. I don't get the anger that that a lot of football fans have towards owners. Okay, there are some who are just, what would Kieran Maguire say, wrong-uns. But most of them, are the ones that fail, are trying their best and they're just hapless, aren't they? And more often than not, especially with these championship owners that kind of land themselves in a lot of trouble, a lot of them, it's just a gamble and they get very close, i.e. playoff semi-finals in Marcus Evans' terms, playoff final in Mr. Chansiri and Mr. Morris's terms, Reading playoff final penalty shootout as well. So, look, I have sympathy for people who try in the championship and fail because, you can come very, very close and then have your backside handed to you. There you go, Stuart. Du Châtelet at Charlton. Maybe that might be one of the ones that might come across a wrong one. I was more thinking about the guys at Wigan and the guy at Bury as well, where, you can't really look at them with much sense of sympathy. But that would be my take. And I would very, very strongly distance myself from ideas that I've changed my tune on that. I absolutely haven't. And the great thing about that is there's 500 episodes of the Blue Monday podcast where you can hear me be pretty consistent over many, many years. At Millwall, he would have been chased out of town with a pitchfork and lots of people yelling "Mill" at him. Gillingham manager left the club. Yes, Steve Evans out at Gillingham today. That's what happens when you lose 4-0 at home to Ipswich. Hey, the shame is too much. Right, let's get back into this. Not the most eventful first half. It's Forest 0, Arsenal 0. We'll just check in with our sponsors, Betfair. I'm going to sneeze. We've kicked off, by the way, so I'll quickly just whack this up on the... Excuse me, it's not recurring. Absolutely not. Definitely not recurring. We thank our sponsors, Betfair, and hopefully you can see up there, Forest have drifted to 7-1 in the betting. Arsenal 13-8 on to qualify in 90. Arsenal 6-1 on to qualify after extra time, penalties, whatever. And Forest 7-2 just to qualify there. If you are interested in a Sunday night tipple over on Betfair. Betfair.com. Please gamble responsibly. BeGambleAware.org. 18 plus only. And I think I owe a big apology to our friend Luca, who is our fan sponsor, of course. I got 2 hooked into the draw, the cup draw. So thank you to Luca. He got it set up by his dad to be fan sponsor of our WATCHALONG. Football is nothing without fans. I'm nothing without football. Thank you very, very much, Luca. And Father Stephen as well. Steve Evans, one of the great characters of the game. I mean, that's one way of describing him, Chris, isn't it? But yeah, certainly a character. I don't know whether he's a likable character or not, but yes. He's certainly box office, isn't he? Right, let's do a reset. Sorry, we're 1.5 minutes into the second half here, and we haven't really been focused very much on the game, have we? There are your team. Samba in goal for Forest. McKenna, Cook, Worrell, Spence and Colback, Gardner and Yates, Zinkernagel, Davis, Johnson. You can see Zinkernagel on a yellow card. Leno in goal for Arsenal. Suarez, White and Holding. Tavares is off. He went off on 30-something minutes to be replaced by Tierney. Lokonga, Patino, Saka, Odegaard, Martinelli and Nketiah. And we will give you a time sync as and when you need it. Please hit the like button wherever you are watching. Really helps us out. Here's Keenan Davis, edge of the box, trying to sort his feet out. Blasts the shot in. Blocked. Here's Spence. Corner of the box, right-hand side. Spence into Davis. Davis holds it up. I was going to say strong from Davis. Got a bit lucky there. They've won it back in the end. Crossed into the near post. Johnson trying to get there. Zinkernagel in the box. First, there's a handball shout, and then there's Zinkernagel goes down. Referee Pawson interested in calling neither of those as a penalty. Scott McKenna's got it. Decent start to the second half by Forest. Garner in the 10 position. Garner to Johnson. Johnson to Yates, to Spence on the right wing. Spence, step over. Martinelli closes down. Spence back in to Yates and Worrell. Worrell dispossessed. Poor from Worrell. Slid up the line. And now Forest are in trouble because it's Nketiah 1v1 with Cook. And Cook does well to get back there after Joe Worrell's mistake. Woof. Bless you. Thank you. Is Lyle Taylor playing? On the bench, Stuart. We'll get you a timestamp at 49 minutes. That's going to be 10 seconds time if you want to get completely lined up. I'll count you down. 3, 2, 1. We're going to be at 49 minutes. Here it comes. 3, 2, 1. Sync. And while you're here, please hit that like button. Hit the thumb up. And keep those comments flowing. Keep your opinions and everything coming along in the chat. Forest 0. Arsenal 0. Give us a goal, please. Give us a shot on target. Anything. Not the greatest game we have ever seen. Highlight of the season is the double save by Steve Cook. But yeah, how he didn't handball that, I've got no clue. Here is Holding. Steps into the centre circle. Arsenal very happy for Holding, particularly to carry the ball. He's not been pressed at all. Tierney tries to take on Spence. Spence does well. Worrell clears that from his own, well, near his own corner flag on the right-hand side. Johnson tries to burst through the Arsenal midfielders, but not even he, being very fleet of foot, manages to do that. Keep your comments coming in. Thoughts on anything. If it's a bit of a dull one, you can take my attention away from the game. Feel free. Suarez into White. And you know the other joy we've got in this game, don't you? 5 substitutions, potentially. Goodness me. Martinelli down the left. Tries to take on Spence. Tries to slide it into Odegaard. Martinelli does in the end find Odegaard. Forest keeping it very, very tight. Sitting in behind the ball. And Arsenal just haven't had the wherewithal to play through them just yet. We know all Steve Cooper's sides. The team shape is very, very solid. Don't we? Stuart, I know nothing about cricket, so I'll have to plead the fifth on the bouncer bowled by Joe Root. I'll take your word for it. Odegaard clip over the top, looking for Nketiah. Worrell gets a foot in. If Nketiah could have just got the touch there first, that had penalty written all over it, but Worrell judged it well. Saka. Suarez with an absolutely pointless no-look pass, which you would love to see. And another one from Suarez. He loves it. Thoughts on potentially losing Bond? Who's losing Bond? QPR or Ipswich? I'm sure Ipswich will retool if they do. But if he's got anything to do with it, I suspect he'll stay. Not always up to the player, though, is it? Here's Odegaard. Odegaard knocks it out to Tierney. Tierney, clever cross there on the half volley with the outside of his left foot. And now here comes Johnson on the counter. Look at the speed of him. Johnson taking on holding. Johnson's done really well. Two arriving. Zinkernagel! Oh, good save by Leno. Best chance of the game. We've seen it several times this season. Brennan Johnson just lighting up, and his speed is incredible down that right wing. Look at that. He gets the cross in, and Zinkernagel hits the shot. Saved. Good save by Leno. Great play by Brennan Johnson down that right-hand side. And it's a corner to Forest. And that's more like it. That's the kind of incident we want to see. Chances, shots at goals. Not much to ask for, is it? In comes the corner from Forest, headed up in the air. That's going to go out for another one. McKenna thought about playing it, and he just lets it go out. Pace from Johnson, beautifully. As a Charlton fan, Bon is ordinary. I wouldn't say that, Stuart. What was his goal record in the Championship for Charlton? For a relegated team? I don't think it was ordinary. Was it? Certainly ordinary for QPR, but they basically never played him up in a 2, which they started doing after Charlie Austin arrived. Corner comes in from Forest. Arsenal now trying to get it away. Cook's there. Cook gets there. Yeah, I'm asking you, what was his goal record? Not for you to repeat that you think it's ordinary. Let me bring it up for you. I'll do your job for you here. Bon. Bon. Oh, for God's sake. Bon Macaulay Bon. What did he do for Charlton then? Let's find out. In the Championship. In 1920. Is that the right season? Yeah. Colback getting in down the left-hand side. I mean, Stuart, I don't want to totally disagree, but you're just absolutely wrong. He scored 11 goals in a relegated side in 26 starts. So I'd like to see what your standards for good are, Stuart. But yeah, I assume, was he Charlton's top goal scorer that season in that relegated team when Lyle Taylor was injured? So yeah, I would, if that is the case, I would strongly debate the word ordinary in terms of scoring 11 goals for a relegated team in his first season at that level. I think I can do that. The 1920 Championship. There we go. Charlton goals. Yeah, joint top scorer with Lyle Taylor. So yeah, I think we got a bit of a Mitrovic myth here with Macaulay Bon. Everyone says he can't do it. Here come Arsenal though. Flip round the corner and cleared. Stuart, you're losing me, buddy. You're losing me. You just told me, as a Charlton fan, his goal record's ordinary. I've just disproved that. And now you're asking me what's his goal record for QPR and Ipswich. His goal record for QPR wasn't good. His goal record for Ipswich is excellent, actually. But your initial point was, as a Charlton fan, his goal record is ordinary, which I just cannot disagree with looking at the... I cannot agree with looking at the numbers. But anyway, we will move on. You're entitled to your opinion. Numbers appear to be saying somewhere else. But again, I would ask you, if 11 goals for a relegated team is ordinary, what is good? You want someone to score 20 goals in a team finishing in the bottom 3? Just not going to happen, is it? Corner, Arsenal swung in to the near post and headed away. Yeah, he never started a game, barely, did he? And at Rangers, Dave, I remember. And he was used on the left-hand side, wasn't he, of a 4-2-3-1. And then all of a sudden, the system changed that would have been perfect for him, but they signed Charlie Austin and played him ahead of him. So, crossed into the back post. Headed wide. I think it was Nketiah at the back post. If he was onside, goodness me. A big miss there. Yeah, nothing wrong. Onside, and just puts the header straight back where it came from. And out it goes. Best chance of the game, that, for Arsenal. And we've had Forest's best chance of the game. What stats website am I using? SofaScore, Stuart. Maybe go and spend half an hour on there and decide what you think an ordinary goal-scoring record is. But generally, in a relegated team, anyone scoring more than 10 goals is not ordinary, in my opinion. But ordinary, define it how you like. Here is Worrell. Spence knocks that one up the line. Arsenal win it back. Patino. White steps over halfway. Here's Saka, beats Colback. Colback's got both arms around him. He lets him go in the end. Gets a bit of help from James Garner. And then I think Garner gets fouled by Cedric Suarez. Good tackle that by James Garner. And Colback needed a bit of help to cope with Bukayo Saka there, didn't he? As we come up the hour mark, Saka's been in the wars a bit, but hey, England star now. He knows he's going to get doubled up, attention, etc., from defenders. There is Lacazette in the background, looking very, very grumpy. Still, Forest 0, Arsenal 0. Ryan Yates just got smashed there in a, well, I would say a shoulder to shoulder, but it wasn't a shoulder to shoulder because that's where you're protecting the ball. Christ. Martinelli's probably going to get a yellow card for that, isn't he? Jumped in and really knocked Yates off his feet there. Bit of a dangerous one, that, from Martinelli, actually. Would expect Davis to be subbed soon. Yeah, I'd agree with that on his debut. Lewis Grabban and Lyle Taylor. We just mentioned Lyle Taylor, Charlton's joint top scorer in their relegation season in 2019-20 with 11 goals also. Free kick to Forest, which James Garner is going to take. Right in the centre here. About 30 yards out if the Hatchins 6 yards each. Garner puts it over the wall. Good strike. Good save by Bernd Leno. It was going into the top corner. Didn't quite have enough pace on it to beat Leno. Good save, though, by Leno. Hits that just a little bit harder. Exactly the same direction. And that one would have beaten the keeper, I think. But decent save by Leno. Decent strike by Garner, but just needed to be a bit fiercer. It's a really decent strike, actually. It's not far from being right in the top corner, but Leno just had time with it travelling through the air to get across and push that one away. Here comes Holding again. He's had a few marauding runs. He gets lucky there. Forest do win it back in the end, but they could have really won it with holding miles up the pitch. Johnson draws a foul, let's just say. Lukonga goes with him. Johnson stops in front of him, takes the hit, and down he goes. On the place of foul, what's my prediction? Not a lot, Nicholas. Not a lot is all I'll say. Jack Colback was wanting a penalty after that free kick was cleared. Saka's with him. There's some contact. Colback's just trying to run in front of him and take some kind of hit and go down. Not for me, but hey, sometimes they get given, don't they? Once VAR plays them in ultra slow motion. Don't think we got VAR in this one, have we? I think it's just the Premier League grounds that are using it. Right, free kick Forest down the right. Garner puts it in flat to the back post. Leno, easy gather. He saw that one coming. A mile off. Here comes Saka down the right. Poor ball by Saka. Forest had a spell like this in the first half where they were the better side. Colback takes the free kick early, headed away. 64 gone, Forest 0, Arsenal 0. It's livened up a little bit in the second half. I've still seen more spectacular games than this, put it that way. Oh, there's a giveaway to Zinkernagel. Poor touch. It's getting a bit loose in places, isn't it? We had that Zinkernagel chance and Ketty with the header that he didn't even get on target. So a couple of chances being created now, but yeah, still is a bit low on goal malfaction, let's just say this one. We expect the whole load of subs. I mean, we have had one already, haven't we? Tierney in for Tavares in the first half, but yes, probably double and triple substitutions will happen before the 90th minute. Here comes Davis now. Going down the left-hand side. Davis to Garner. Garner crosses, and that's going to be easy for Leno. It's holding again. They've just been told, no one's been told to press holding, have they? Let him have the ball, I think, has been the instruction. It's out down the right-hand side to Saka. Colback knocks it home to Samba. Clear pen, Premier League ref biased towards Premier League teams. Well, Chris, I'll accept your opinion on the penalty. But I don't accept the premise that refs are biased towards Premier League teams. But could have been given, couldn't it? A better effort by Forest this half. Arsenal looking ragged. Good word, isn't it? Raggy dolls. Raggy dolls. White to Holding. Back to White. Just lacked tempo this game, hasn't it? Forest have sat in, which is, you know, their prerogative against the side up in the top 5-6 in the Premier League. Arsenal haven't moved the ball that quickly, although, as I say that, here comes Martinelli flying down the left-hand side. Spencer's done all right, hasn't he? And I think Forest need to bring Taylor on. Yeah, I just wonder whether it would be grabbing it. What a bit of commentary that is. I just said, I wonder it would be grabbing ahead of Taylor. And literally the second I said it, Lewis Graben appeared on my screen. And in he comes for Keenan Davis. Lewis Graben is on. He would have probably got that header on target that Nketiah had. Oh, here is Nketiah, though. Skips by his man, drives it And it's over the crossbar. He's probably not got that much longer in this one. Eddie Nketiah. Showing your age with Raggy Doll's song. Absolutely. Nketiah there did well to get past Cook, but then the ball's just running away from him. He hits the shot left-footed. Doesn't wrap his instep around it and shanks it wide of the near post. Grab him to score, says David, which makes me think, why don't we check in with our sponsors, Betfair, and we can tell you the likelihood of that. If you do head over to Betfair, we can probably give you the next goal scorer if they've got them up. We can give you first goal scorer still. You can get Lewis Grabban at 12-1 for first goal scorer in this game, which is the same as next goal scorer. Over at betfair.com, please gamble responsibly. Patino is coming off and Lacazette is coming on. So whether Odegaard is going to drop into central midfield and Lacazette is going to go and play 10, we will find out. Lacazette's definitely going to play 10, or have they gone to a front three? It looks like they've possibly gone to a front three there. So slight change of shape, although where that leaves Martinelli, I don't know. We'll find out in a sec. Here's Gavin. Gavin tries to take on White and wins a corner. Now, is Smith Rowe on the bench? No, I don't think he is. I don't remember reading his name. Forest beat Arsenal 4-2 in 2018. It's God. Who scored for Forest? I could not even remember. Lots of players who probably aren't there anymore, given the quick turnover at Forest. And Nketiah not doing himself any favours for a move. No, I agree with you there, Chris. It's not been the best performance by Eddie Nketiah, who we all had high hopes for when he came on loan at Leeds. And he couldn't shift Pat Bamford out of the way, could he? Colback plays the channel looking for Grabban. Grabban just catches Suarez. And there's a Forest player down. And I can't see who it is. Now, a few of the Forest players are signalling elbowy type stuff. Oh, never. Lehigh, Dowell, Worrell, and Ben Brereton Diaz. Unbelievable. Zinkernagel is who is down. A few Forest players were doing that, so I need to see a replay of that. I don't think the crowd picked it up. Eric Lehigh scored 2 for Forest that day. Unbelievable scenes. Here is Ben White, 71 gone. Are we going to get a winner in this? Can we petition this to go straight to penalties at 90 minutes if we don't get a winner? Hello all. Hello Neil. Welcome. So what's happening with this Arsenal shape then? Odegaard's definitely dropped further back into midfield. Perhaps, no, Martinelli is still out there to the left-hand side. So I would assume it's just a 4-2-3-1 with Lacazette at 10 and Odegaard in the double pivot. Lacazette tried to find Odegaard then. And it's cleared away. 72 gone. Keep your comments coming. Let's just check in. We didn't do it properly with our sponsors over at betfair.com. If you fancy a Saturday night tipple Try and win yourself some money on this game. I'm just going to hold fire because Odegaard is driving forward. So Forest to win in 90 minutes is 7-1. Just one goal from Forest, 7-1 bet. It's just it's gone out actually to 15-2 as well. Arsenal 13-8 to win in 90 minutes. 3-4 is the draw to qualify. So 90 extra time penalties, whatever. Arsenal 7-2 on Forest. 23-10 over at our sponsors. Betfair.com. Please gamble responsibly. 18 plus only. Be gamble aware. .org. For God's sake, please gamble responsibly. Only bet what you can afford. 73 minutes. Free kick to Arsenal. Pinged in by Suarez. It's poor, isn't it? It hasn't been the best game, has it, everybody? Sorry. People get very cross when the watch-alongs are not interesting games. There's diddly squat I can do about it, sadly. I'll moan about it. Extra time today. Extra time of penalties. No replays. No to replays. Spence. Oh, Spence. Great run by the right wing back and a clear foul there by Martinelli, who is going to get a yellow card for that, isn't he? Referee Pawson has definitely called that one right. One of our old favourites here on the channel, stopping the counter-attack. A clear foul by Martinelli. Yellow card. 74-10 on the clock. Looks like Cafu is coming on for Forest. Normally plays in central midfield. See what Steve Cooper's going to do. Please don't make this a defensive substitution, Stevie Cooper. Zinkernagel out, Cafu in. Doesn't smell too attacking, does it? Cafu on. Whether it's just a straight 3-5-2 now, and Cafu will drop into a number 8 or a number 10 position, and Johnson will play up top with Graben. We will find out. I'd assume they're going 3-5-2 and getting 2 up top. Extra time, yeah, it's because of COVID. They're avoiding replays, aren't they? Because of the extra schedule. Odegaard slips that over the top. It's going out for a throw-in, everybody. This is as bad an Arsenal performance as I've seen this season. They were much better at Brentford. Did we do that one as a watch-along, Brentford? I think we did, didn't we? I don't remember. I've watched lots and lots of football matches and forgotten. I've watched lots and lots of football matches and forgotten. Lots of football matches. Dear oh me. Afternoon, Lewis. Worried about after reports saying that no bidder can get in unless Borough and... Are we talking Darby here? Yeah, Borough and Wickham, that is a nuisance, isn't it, for Darby? Want to get that takeover done, don't they, at Pride Park? 76 gone. Mikel Arteta looks as frustrated as the rest of us with the standard of this game. Cook clears that one away. And this is, yeah, pretty low on quality now and pretty loose. White. Holding. Tierney. Holding. And yeah, I'm going to start deliberately tempting fate to try and cause a goal. This game is going nowhere fast and extra time is looming. No one's going to score. They're definitely not going to score. Tierney's got it at left back, but God, Arsenal are just pinging the ball about in between the back four here. All feels very Hector Ream for people who watched the channel for a long time. Although that Fulham team did get promoted, didn't they? Fair play. Yeah. Cafu is attacking, so not that defensive. Is he as attacking as Zinkernagel, though, who he came on for? We will see. You never know. It's not always the player coming on the player off that defines it. If it gets to change the shape and affects it positively for another player. Yellow cards come out. Spence, who's probably frustrated after just being taken down by Martinelli a couple of minutes ago. Spence has got himself booked for a foul on Tierney. As we come up 78 minutes, still no goals. Nearly 25,000 in the City ground. Good job. It's great to see. Oh, here comes Saka into the box down the right. Saka holds up. Saka crosses, looking for Lacazette. Worrell does enough just to put him off. COVID and the congestion of fixtures. Yeah, I think you can simplify that, Stephen. We've got congestion because of COVID, haven't we? That's the deal. I think there's only been one game in the 92 cancelled for anything other than COVID. I think the Burnley Spurs game got snowed off, didn't it? But otherwise, all the cancellations have been due to players isolating. Corner then. No, it's not. I'm wrong. Goal kick to Forest, which Samba is going to take. And after 15 seconds of thinking about which of his centre-backs he's going to play it to, Samba's going to just boot it down the ground now. Here he comes, left-footed. Lokonga heads away. And out it goes for a Forest throw-in. Steve Cooper gives the thumbs up. I'm sure he's perfectly happy. Where are Arsenal in the Premier League? In fifth, aren't they? So, yeah, Steve Cooper, I'm not surprised, is happy enough with this. Here comes Graben. Colback looked like he fouled Saka then. Yes, that's well played by referee Pawson. I agree with that. Cool. He let an advantage go. Forest are annoyed about it, but there was a foul beforehand. I think that's good refereeing. Arsenal are fourth, are they? Well, there we go. He's not as attacking, but can score a goal. So can Zinkernagel, but hey, who cares? As long as it brings something, I will endorse that substitution. Zinkernagel on a yellow card as well, of course. Often factors into such decisions. Martinelli. Tierney had gone on a big overlap there, but couldn't play him in. The commentator's curse. You must be desperate. We're all desperate for a goal in this one, Stephen. Hey. Arsenal have a League Cup semi against Liverpool in 4 days. Arteta wouldn't like extra time here. Totally agree with that, Adrian. I think he's going to get it, though. White, Tierney, unless there's a late winner. White. Nketiah, Lokonga. Nketiah out to Odegaard. Suarez. Holding. Lokonga. And here comes Johnson. Johnson knocks it out wide to the right. Here comes the cross from Yates. Graben! And Forest have the lead on 82 minutes. It looks like we are possibly going to be getting a Nottingham Forest win over Arsenal in the cut third round. Again, 82 down. Forest have the lead. The fans are on the pitch. They're loving it. They've been as desperate for a goal as we have. And Lewis Gavin has got the goal. The old hand. Ryan Yates down the right-hand side. Put the cross in. And Gavin sticks it into the net. Here we go. Get your comments in on that one. It was given away initially. It's really good from Yates. Johnson played. It was a great cross, actually. You would have wanted that the other way around if you're a Forest fan. Yates playing Johnson in down the right. But Yates did brilliantly, and Gavin sticks it into the back of the net. And we have a goal. Forest 1, Arsenal 0. And boy, did we need that goal, for God's sakes. Forest lead 1-0. Was there a handball in there? I looked away at the time they were showing the replay. Honestly, I don't care. So there we go. Gavin was 7-1 to score the next goal. I think it was bigger than that, Will. I think it was 12-1 first goal for Gavin. We tipped it again, didn't we? Unbelievable. Love to see it. No way. Goal. Unbelievable. Yeah, well done, Forest. Mikel Arteta looks completely peeved off with this Arsenal performance. Yes, looks like a little handball. No VAR. The relief. Davis ain't replacing Gavin anytime soon. Doesn't look like it, does it? Free kick Arsenal. Leaving my bias at the door. We wouldn't like extra time, would we? In comes the cross headed by McKenna, I think. So I think it's going to be an Arsenal corner. Yeah, Holding is stood still. And all of a sudden, Arsenal players look like they've got a bit more urgency. Odegaard is going to take this corner. Left-footed, 84 gone. In it comes. Nice delivery. Big header. Clear. And Forest, no. Clean sheet for 5.5 minutes plus injury time. And they've beaten Arsenal again, haven't they? Here comes Johnson sprinting away down the left-hand side. Look at him go. Johnson into the box. He just slows down. Suarez did well, actually, there to stay with him. We've seen Johnson win a lot of penalties for Forest and Lincoln in that position. That's excellent from Johnson. I'm going to do it. But well played. Steve Cooper does the same. Forest versus Leicester inbound. Yes, that'll get on TV, won't it? Absolutely. Throw in Forest. Colback will take his sweet time over this one. 85-20 on the clock. Cafu's trying to get in front of Colback. I think he's quite happy to take a yellow card for taking ages on the throw in here. After all of that, out it goes. And Arsenal have it. Tierney pokes that forward. McKenna in the foot race there with Nketiah. Samba comes out and boots it down the ground. Tierney in the air there. Spence, who's probably quite close to man of the match, isn't he? Jed Spence, the right wing back, sprints down the line and forces Tierney to head it out. And Forest can probably kill another 30 seconds now by taking this throw in. Worrell tries to knock it out to Spence. I think it comes off Lacazette. Another throw into Forest, who are just trying to kill the clock now. Arsenal desperate for an extra 30 minutes now. They are. We're just looking at some forlorn Arsenal fans in the away end there. What is it? The City stand? That end? I can't remember. Well, the Bridgeford stand, isn't it? The away fans sit in there. Banter Club losing. That is Keegan's words, not mine. Was that a back pass? Nketiah thinks so. Referee Pawson says not. Chatting away to whoever he's talking to in his earpiece there. 87-20 gone. Forest 1. Arsenal 0. Looking forward to some signature Samba Shahousery in injury time. Easy for you to say, Hal, but so am I. Here comes Cafu. Cafu slips it on. Graben into the box. Graben hits the shot, deflects back out. Yates is there. Lokonga takes it off him. Good ball by Lacazette to Saka. Odegaard got caught there. That's a yellow card if Pawson wants to pull that back. Says my first instinct. I think it's James Garner rattling in there. And I suspect he's about to get booked, isn't he? Here's the chance for Graben again on the replay. Graben, the goal-scoring substitute. I don't think Garner did get given there a yellow card. On first instinct, I thought it was, but hey, referee Pawson's significantly closer to the action than I am here. Tierney comes down the left. Nice cross by Tierney to the near post, looking for Nketiah, and easily chested back by Colback. 88-40 on the clock. Are we going to get another cup set here? Forest 1, Arsenal 0. Arsenal 4th in the Premier League. Big boot clear, looking for Graben. I think we're about to get an Arsenal striking substitution. God, we tipped some good stuff from our sponsors Betfair on this one, didn't we? We tipped Graben at 12-1 to score the first goal after he came on. And we also, at that point, did look at Forest to win in 90, which was 7-1. Woof. You could add yourself a nice little Sunday night tipple there, couldn't you? Goodness me. Steve Cook says, have it, and boots that as far away from his goal as he can. And we are less than 30 seconds from the end. Here's White. Arsenal still haven't had a shot on target, says Jay. No, I don't think they have they? Nketiah should have had, but no good there. Yeah, 10 shots, 0 on target. Very poor show from Arsenal. 3 minutes of stoppage time to go. Forest 1, Arsenal 0. Spence heads it out for an Arsenal throw. And of course, the Forest fans aren't going to give Tierney the ball back. We're getting that substitution from Arsenal now. 3 fingers held up by Said Kolasinac. I assume that means 3 up top. And Nketiah, Martinelli, I guess, and Lacazette. Kolasinac came on for Suarez. I suspect referee Pawson's going to add another minute of stoppage time on after the Forest fans didn't give the ball back there. Yates heads away. Looked like he got shoved in the back there, but not given. It's back out with Tierney. 91-20 on the clock. 3 minutes minimum stoppage time. However, I think it's going to go to 4 after the Forest fans kept the ball in the stand. Matt Legend will be speaking tomorrow. This must be one of the best third rounds ever for upset. It's been great, hasn't it? Check out Matt's YouTube channel as well, commentary YouTuber. And we should be talking some championship tomorrow over on his channel. Stephen, you absolute god. Huge super chat from Stephen. Very, very kind indeed. Stephen, of course, is Luca's dad. So we'll throw this up. That'll probably please Stephen even more than the super chat thing. Luca is our fan sponsor. Thank you, Stephen, as ever, for the great support. And do say hello to young Luca for me. It's going to be a Forest restart. 92-20 on the clock. They can probably kill 25, 30 seconds now. Although I reckon we're going to go up and over 94 minutes when all's done. Thank you again, Stephen. Very, very kind of you. Huge supporter of the channel. Forest fans bouncing up and down, as you can imagine. Ball comes off Worrell, and Samba takes his sweet time, picks it up, and we are 10 seconds away from the end of minimum stoppage time. I think we're going to get one more minute over the top of this. So I'd assume Samba is going to try and get this as far away from his goal as he can. All the Forest players are going to be in between the ball and the goal. And they've just literally got to see out, I think, one phase of play now. And they have won the game. All eyes on referee Pawson. Wenlock, legend. Thank you so, so much, Wenlock. Great contributors to the channel. Thank you. Super chat. Thank you, Stephen and Wenlock. Really, really kind on the super chats. Hugely, hugely appreciated your support. And it is full time. Another upset in the third round of the Cup. Lewis Graben's goal sees Nottingham Forest beat a pretty lacklustre Arsenal 1-0. Forest 1, Arsenal 0 in the FA Cup. If you watch the game, not that big a surprise. Arsenal never got going. Forest were pretty stoic and pretty tight. They were the better side in the second half for sure, weren't they? And Graben came on and got the winner on 82 minutes. I think we all echo that, Stephen. Well done. Forest, well played, doing the championship proud. And many clubs have done themselves proud in the third round. Let me just check my draw. It is going to be Forest versus Leicester in a, what would you call it, an East Midlands derby. David, great advert for the championship. Well done, Forest. Awesome, bro, says Mark. Absolutely. Nice work, Forest. Yeah, well played. Forest. Saka could score against Man City and Spurs, but not Forest. Congrats, Forest. Yeah, well played, Nottingham Forest tonight. Brilliant, brilliant stuff. Mikel Arteta looks completely embarrassed and peed off with that as he storms off the pitch. Thank you, as ever, to all of you watching in the chat. Thank you to our sponsors, Betfair.com. Remember, we gave you Graben at 12-1 when he came on, first goal scorer, and Forest to win in 90 at 7-1. But of course, please gamble responsibly if you are going to head over to Betfair. Brian Clough would be proud. Matt, well done, Forest. Keep up the good work. Yeah, I'll chat to you tomorrow. Matt, Arsenal were very poor. Agreed you, and they weren't good, were they? Hope Forest are now distracted by a cup one. I think Chris has got his Millwall hat on. Now, Forest are better than Man City. That's why. Well, there you go. There's the theory, isn't it? Get all the Prem players in the Championship. There you go. Right. Thank you, everybody, for watching. That is your cup draw and another upset in a brilliant third round of the FA Cup. Join us tomorrow, and it's Man United and Aston Villa. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And it's a lovely big over and out from me. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button to see more videos from this channel. Hit the subscribe button and to be notified every time we upload. Ring the bell for those notifications to come through on your device. If you really want to support the channel and me as a content creator, I will be eternally grateful if you head over to the merch store and grab something, or support over on Patreon, patreon.com/Benjamin Bloom. Thank you for your time. Go and watch another video.